I'm sure we've all noticed the growing popularity in these YouTube videos slash mix slash playlist things. You know, people have always been asking me to do one of these, and I guess I'll do one of these. Before we actually begin producing the music, let me give a quick overview of the most defining characteristics of this genre, so you're gonna know why the fuck I'm doing what I'm doing and what's the purpose of it, and whatever, nobody gives a fucking shit. In most cases, but not always, the producer is going to sample some jazz and just put some trap drums over it and top it off with like some 3-6 Mafia acapella. One of the most important things that you have to keep in mind when producing this music is that it's underground shit. And we all know what underground is. That's fucking bad mixing, low fidelity. I recommend looking up funk or jazz. Maybe it's jazz, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Honestly, I don't fucking know anything. And the worst part is you guys ask me so many fucking questions like, oh hey, what should I use for this? What should I do for this? And do you honestly think that I have the fucking answers? Once you find something that you feel like you can work with, then you just open up your FL Studio, then you open up your Edison, then you open up the MP3 file, and then you put it inside the Edison, and then you select it from the starting point to the ending point of the sample which you want to use, and then you put it under the playlist or this thing right here. And then alright, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna synchronize the tempo of the sample to FL Studio. How I'm gonna go about doing this is with the time stretch function. I don't know if that's what it's called. So in order for this to work, you have to make sure that the sample, the region in which you have selected the sample, is a perfect loop. So if it were to be 8 or 16 bars, it has to be from the very beginning to the very end. So as you can see, the audio clip right now does not match up with any of the fucking, you know, these things, So how are we gonna make it align up? We're gonna stretch the audio. You can do this one of 2 ways. I'm pretty sure you can do this even more number of ways. You can press this stretch button and you can stretch it out manually. I don't really like doing that, I don't know. I just go on here, there's a button that says time. You just fucking turn it up until it gets to the point in which you would like your audio to be stretched. And the good thing about this is now if I change the tempo to fucking anything that I want, the sample will always be stretched automatically. Does that make any sense? Yes, no? Alright, the next step is we're gonna make the drums. I've noticed that a lot of these producers, they like to use the original trap drum kits, like the Trapaholics. One thing that I do believe is mandatory is they use these all the time. I've listened to enough of this to be like, yeah, they fucking use it every time. Alright, that sounds okay. Also, what I've noticed is that a lot of these producers really like to make some of the drums stand out more than others. Some ways you can do this is put a stereo enhancer on your snare, give it like a panning effect. And for the 808, don't use this really fucking low end over here, because like this shit in the bottom is like the one that you can only feel, but this one is the one that you can actually feel and like hear it. So if you turn this one up, it's just gonna make it like really fucking, it's just gonna make it like way more stronger. We're we're getting a little bit close to wrapping this thing up. One of the last steps is the acapella. As I mentioned, a lot of 3-6 Mafia samples. Some people, they don't give a fuck. They could sample like Migos and Playboy Cardi and Smoke Perp. But I'm just gonna play it safe today. I'm gonna sample some Juicy J. The technique that I'm gonna be using today is get a part of the song where there's like no drums. So you just cut out some of the low end. I'm gonna do the same stretch bullshit. Just thought I'd mention that. Do you think you don't have to stretch all of them? Yeah, I gotta fucking stretch all of them.
Brought the drugs in, got the club drugged out, nigga. Fuck with my high and you gon' get drugged out. I got the dope, they shawty come get drugged out. And I'm looking for the drug man with my drugs out.
You know, this one's good enough. And now for the visuals. I'm not gonna be doing anything crazy today, just gonna get some visuals of cars driving in the street. Cause that's what the playlists do, and it looks pretty cool, I guess.